countries. So here, for instance, we have the Yuan mob, the Yuan country. I'm from Yorta Yorta country, and 498 other countries around Australia. Each country has a different story. Each people has a different story. A lot of the language, for instance, I'm doing my PhD at the moment, and I'm retrieving language, my own language, through the arts. So I'm reclaiming, retrieving, regenerating the language that I've been taught through my elders, but also through literature that I've gained through archives of missionaries and archaeologists, and anyone who is in that time interested in bringing back language. And so I do that through music because it's another good vehicle for people to learn another language.
Has it been retained sometimes by the skin of its teeth?
Absolutely. Our language, we have about anything between 1,500 and 1,700 words and then some phrases. And the hard thing too with the language is to, I had to ask myself, how am I going to, first of all, teach myself, teach my mother, and the other members of my community, how is the best way to do it? And of course, I do it through music. It's fun, it's absorbing, it's inclusive. Everyone can do it. Even if you think you can't sing or not, you can still have a go at it. So.
Can you give us an idea of the melodic sort of style of the music that you've inherited?
There's lots, because you've got other elements and other cultures that have come into our family as well. I told you my mother is Aboriginal, my father is white, but on my dad's side, there's Irish, Scottish and English. Or Cornish, sorry, Cornish. And on my mum's side, there is Mauritian, English and Aboriginal. So there's, I'm a good old mongrel breed. I'm a good Australian. I've got all the bits. So there's a lot of different elements and different influences from all over. But from Aboriginal, again, it changes if you're talking about traditional music or if you're talking about contemporary music. For instance, a lot of Aboriginal groups take on country and western. They can identify with the story side of it, the simplicity of it. Yeah. Reggae, because we love dancing, we love to get up and move, and it's a laid-back kind of element. Rock and roll. I mean, you can look through right across the board in Australia of Aboriginal music, and you will find every single genre in it. Classical, maybe not so, but we are stepping into that through the Black Arm Band and collaborating with people like Andrea and Mick and Eugene Ball and Julian Wilson and many other wonderful
who are here
jazz artists.
Let's find out about Black Arm Band. What is it and what does it do?
Black Arm Band started about 3-4 years ago, and it was inspired by our dear old auntie who has passed away just recently. She was intending on coming with us, Auntie Ruby Hunter. And it was something she said about, why don't we have Aboriginal orchestras? Why don't we have people with violins, and why is there that separation? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get an Aboriginal orchestra? And that was pretty much the seed that prompted the City of Melbourne, mainly Stephen Richardson, Jude Gunn, Kate Bentoven, and people of that in that area of City of Melbourne, to bring us together and to say, okay, let's do something quite different. Let's do something at a very high calibre, and let's share it with people. So the Black Arm Band, to me, it's not just black people. It's not just Aboriginal people. It's Australians. It's reconciliation in action. It's bringing.
And Black Arm Band has done, I think, 3 shows so far. Just quickly tell us the first 2 and then what the third one is that we're seeing. I think we're seeing part of it or the whole.
Well, you're sort of seeing a hybrid of the 3, mainly 2, but there's a couple of little things in there but it is a very different show because it's broken down. It's the Women of Dirt Song, or the Women of Black Arm Band, supported by the Andrea Keller Quartet and the Flinders String Quartet. So there's quite a few of us on stage.
How many Black Arm
There's the three of us. There's myself, Emma Donovan and Shelley Morris. We do have other members, other women. We have Delene Briscoe, Leah Flanagan, Ursula Jovic, Rachel Mazzalong, and Amy Saunders and Sally Dusty from the Titters as well as also performed.
So the first you will be hearing, tell